Hi, everybody. If you are wondering what is coming up during this full moon on Sunday in January, you come to the right place. I'm here to help you figure out what kind of crazy is going on in your world and how the eclipse is going to affect you because there's an eclipse going on at the same time as the full moon. How crazy is that? I mean, it's a lunar eclipse, so it kind of makes some sense. But so what I'm going to do is I will have a card out for each of our star signs, but I will also pull an oracle. Hey, Liz, I'm going to pull an oracle for the eclipse so we can have some insight into what kind of change is happening with the eclipse. Hold, please. Real quick. There we go. Okay. So let's get first. We're going to get started with this eclipse oracle. What kind of change is coming for the eclipse? Got a lot of snow here in Chicago today. It ended about noon like they expected, which means it's on its way east for all you East Coasters. It's coming. Wasn't as bad as they thought it was going to be for us, so hopefully it won't be as bad for you. But we're still, tonight we're going to get some lake effect snow, so that's still coming. All right, here is our oracle for the eclipse. Gustave Courbet. Get yours Monday, so you're east. Here's our card for the eclipse from Gustave. Colorado. All right. Gustave says, for the eclipse, fight the power, paint the powerless. You're going to fight the power by painting the powerless. Show what you see, not what you saw. I love that because that is like tarot in a nutshell. To tell people what I see, not what I saw. And may your art help finance your legal fees. So the change we're seeing in the eclipse for January 2019, fight the power, paint the powerless, show what you see, not what you saw, and may your art help finance your legal fees. All right. For those of you that are watching this on the replay, thank you for watching this on the replay. If you haven't already, subscribe so we can keep track of each other. And don't forget, if this content is helpful, hit that thumbs up button because not only does it let me know it's helpful, it gets it in front of other people who would love to take advantage of this message as well. So let's get the cards in order for the full moon that's coming up tomorrow night. I don't know if we'll be able to see it because it's going to be so cloudy. There we go. It didn't take a lot of shuffling. All right, let me move you guys over. All righty. Ooh. You know what's interesting? Heavy at the beginning of our Zodiac, we've got major arcana, literally the first 5, all the way through Leo. We've got major arcanas, and then lower we've got 3 court cards, but definitely lower numbered cards. So I think it's interesting that we've got this like major heavy stuff going on for the first 5 signs of the zodiac, and everybody else is kind of like in relationship mode. So first 5 signs of the zodiac, this full moon is lesson time. It is life lesson time. You're going to go through some, especially because of this eclipse, you're going through some intense stuff. Second half of the zodiac, from where am I talking about? Virgo on. This is more of a relationships, how you manage them in your life, and kind of living in the day-to-day, living in the now, where everybody else is having these heavy, like life-changing things going on. So let's start with Aries. because everything always starts with Aries. Aries, right now, Aries, you've got the devil or Pan. Uh, Aries, I love that this card has shown up for you because it's basically your shadow. You may not know it, but one of the biggest challenges that you have, and if you haven't noticed this already, is being so like obstinate about being sure that what is, and usually, I'll give you this, usually you're right, but sometimes you are challenged in knowing what is right, and you need some outside perspective. During the course of this full moon, you're probably going to get so focused on whatever the thing is that you're focused on right now that you won't be able to see the forest through the trees. You're going to get just like all like diverted energy in trying to prove what it is you need to prove instead of actually being able to support people around you in the best way possible, which would move you forward instead of being like incessantly stuck in one place. So your energy is misdirected during this full moon, Aries. You might want to take a look at why. You might want to figure out how you can draw on other sources of energy so you can infuse your focus with outside points of view and be able to like navigate that there are other options instead of just being like because it doesn't look good. What would normally be a trait that allows people to help you, that allows other people to have faith and trust in you, this is so obstinate that other people are put off, and the energy is off-putting, and the experience is uncomfortable. So you're not really getting your message across in the best way. And this is, like I said, this is life lesson time for you. So this is the worst way that your best traits come out. So take a look at how that happens, why it happens, so that you can start to alter that for yourself. All right, Taurus, my card. Taurus, you've got the High Priestess showing up during this full moon. Interesting, I think, Taurus, that we're in this state of introspection instead of just kind of hanging out. Which is one of your favorite things to do, right? You just kind of want to hang out, eat, chill. Well, this chill is active chilling. Uh, Meditation is good for you right now, especially during the course of this full moon, especially during the course of this full moon. If you're a meditator, get on that. And don't meditate for the sake of meditating. This is, unless that's the point that you're at, but this is like active meditation. Be purposeful with your meditation. Let that practice be a spiritual moment for you. Where are you going and how much further can you go? What do you need to learn from this practice so you can carry it forward? Taurus, this is about the long game for you and how you add spirituality, your sense of spirituality, into your life for 2019 at the very least. And in fact, yes, for 2019, this is the 2019 card. Just looking to see if there's anything else I wanted to say about this. There's Taurus. There's something here about emotional depth that you're mining during this time, but I don't quite know why it's there. There is this emotional mining experience that's going on while you're going through this spiritual reflection and meditation and practice and ritual. The other thing that's kind of cool is while you're going through that, you're just kind of in a great spiritual space anyway. Like people see you as this spiritual beacon right now. So all of these things are going on for you, Taurus. There's a lot to dig into, a lot to focus on. Whichever one of those paths is best for you right now, I would choose one rather than trying to do it all. Even two might be okay, but all of it is not good. All right. Gemini. There it is. I thought I was showing it to you. Gemini, you've got the Hermit. kind of here. So interesting, like high, low, high, higher. Okay. Uh, Gemini. This is going to be the hardest thing for you to do. Is in the acknowledgement of, and you can say I'm already slowing down. Like I want you to slow down. In the acknowledgement of what you put in front of people and what you hold back, meaning there's the face that you show everyone and there's the things that you hang on to that you don't show everyone, even though it's really easy for you to just kind of put it all out there depending on what state of being you're in at the time. Uh, right now, right now, it's going to be really interesting. I think if you're able to focus on the messages that you're hearing or receiving, that you're taking in from not just others around you, but if there are messages coming, I want to call this like messages coming from the universe. Um, there'll be phrases you catch. You're like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. I really want to remember that. We'll write it down. There'll be signs that you see, and you may not recognize it immediately, but later you go, oh, yes, that happened, and now I see why. Keep your eyes open for the signs, the symbols, the phrases, the sounds. You're taking in a lot of information right now that you're going to need to process. And the reason I mentioned there are things that are external and things that are internal, these are external things that are coming at you that you might want to respond to immediately. However, you need to take them in and work with them internally. And this is not an easy thing for you to do, Gemini, because either you're in the camp of I want to tell everybody everything and figure it all out, or you hold it all in and you don't process it in a way that is healthy. So we need to find that healthy balance. Let the things come in, allow them to process, let them come back out. All right, now moving on to what have I got? Cancer. Cancer, you've got the sun. I love that this has come up for you, Cancer. Now, so Cancer, let me just share that right now is actually, this full moon is like sexy time for you, Cancer. There is something burning inside of you. It's just kind of like sultry and steamy, and this full moon is a time for you to shine. It's the opposite of what we're used to with you. It's kind of like your own Leo moment where you are out there and visible, but at the same time, um, you can acknowledge and accept that people find you in this sexy space. And that's part of the reason why you're doing it. This is a life lesson for you. This is something that takes you out of the shadow and puts you into that Leo kind of space. And there's a lot to learn from being in this space. It's going to feel right. It's going to feel like you're doing the right thing. Um, what'll be interesting is if you can look back and go, oh yeah, this is why that worked. This is why it didn't work. This is what I want to remember to do next time. Um, I need to feel sexy and strong and like I'm in the right place in the right time. Uh, but you're really feeling your oats during this full moon, uh, Cancer. Be interesting to hear, Cancer, what you guys think about how you feel tomorrow and like leading up into tomorrow and through the next couple days. I'd love to hear more from Cancers because that's an interesting experience. I didn't expect that you're just kind of like this bundle of sexual energy and out in the sun and feeling warm and sexy when it's not like sunny and sexy at all. But Cancer, you're into it. It's kind of steamy. All right. Who am I talking about now? Leos. Leo. This is strength. Leo, the things that work strongest for you during this full moon is your ability to be a chameleon in the things that you do day to day. So in those experiences, hey Raphael, in those experiences that you have day to day to day to day to day, the things that are ritual, like getting up, brushing your teeth, all the things that are regular, getting to work, getting the coffee before you sit down to your desk, sitting down at your desk, checking your email, those ritualistic things, your your ability to be chameleon-like in those ritualistic things is what is going to help you during the course of this full moon, because the full moon isn't really drawing anything out of you except for the opportunity to be flexible. It's not like what's going on with the crab over here with Cancer, where Cancer is starting to take on some of your personality. It's you're acting a little bit more like Cancer, but in your ability to be chameleon and to be flexible, uh, you're going to shine in those everyday things. And not everybody gets to shine in everyday things. All right, Virgo. You got the Two of Stones, Virgo. Virgo, right now. Virgo, I think you're working backwards right now. Things aren't really going in the right direction for you during the course of this full moon. You're probably going to find that your financial state is not as strong as you'd like it to be. In fact, you might be in a position of losing some more cash coming up. The choices that you're making are informing this change in financial position. So it might be time to examine your choices. All right, Libra. This is the Sun of Cups. Libra, this is if you're already in a relationship, you might be rediscovering why you love somebody, why you love this husband, boyfriend, partner, whatever. Hey, Liz. Libra. If you're not in a relationship, now's the time when you may discover that you just have someone that you're Twitter-pated, infatuated by, that you're interested in a way you didn't expect. Like it's kind of a surprise. Like, oh shit, that one? That's the person that I got that kind of interest in? Okay. Or just finding love for the first time. So Libra, there's a lot of awe here and awareness of, oh, I love this person, or I'm really into this person, and it's bordering on love. And what do I do? Well, you ride the wave right now. Right now, you ride the wave. Allow yourself to be in that state. It's such a beautiful place to be. That first awareness of uh, our emotional response, especially when it's related to, when it's love versus some other strong emotion that we don't need to talk about right now. All right, Scorpio. Scorpio, your card for the full moon is the Five of Swords. Just immediately, why is that, Liz? What's going on? Just immediately, Five of Swords. Things aren't looking that great, Scorpio. This is basically um, crushed dreams, like your all of your ideas aren't working out like the way you think. You're just not making the right connections, and it's really frustrating. And this is kind of like this won't last very long. It's lasting during the full moon. For some reason, this moon is not helping you out. My guess is it's the eclipse, because the what would normally be kind of a strong time for you, especially psychically, intuitively. Right now, no, it's not working out. Things are shifting and changing, and that eclipse, I think, is what's throwing you off. So the awareness of that these dots aren't connecting, and uh, the thoughts that you have aren't working. Crazy how I love the man I love, but it's been going on for a few months. Isn't it always the case? Like, you're, how the hell, why is this even a thing? So it's a little bit of a tough time, Scorpio. Don't worry though, it's not going to last forever. It's actually, you'll move through it fairly quickly. All right. In fact, this is kind of like a 5 day thing. It's going to be kind of like a week. So like all next week is kind of going to suck, Scorpio. But then you should be moving out of it. All right, what do we move on to next? Sagittarius, right? Yep, Sagittarius. Sagittarius for your eclipse and full moon reading. You've got the Ace of Swords. Decision time, Sagittarius. Stop messing around. Hit that mark. Do it. You know how to do this. You're really good at it. Take aim. Make it happen. Now's your chance. The full moon's a great time to do this. If you're not quite sure what it is you need to focus on, think about what it is you've been trying to accomplish, get there. If that doesn't make enough sense, then now's a good time to sit down, write out the things you'd like to accomplish, and make a decision about how you're going to get there. The card for Capricorn, Two of Wands. All right, Capricorn, uh, time for home and hearth during this time. It's time to stay home, get comfortable, and allow your like perfect housekeeper to come out. And I don't mean like hiring the housekeeper. I mean you. It's time for you to like declutter, clean up some stuff, make sure home is the way you want it. Now it's just kind of a great time to be home instead of being out and about. All right, Aquarius, card for you is Venus of Willendorf, or the Mother of Cups. Um, Aquarius, I find this really an interesting. I find this an interesting card for you. Aquarius is always fascinating to read for. Um, Hi, Raphael. I'm actually doing readings by star sign for the full moon. If you're interested in getting a personal reading for me, you can reach out to me over at comingouttarot.com/shop. So Aquarius, Venus of Willendorf, Mother of Cups. This is your opportunity to. Oh, it says message retracted. I guess I don't get to see what you said. This is your opportunity to hug the people that are around you, love them for all they're worth, show them that you love them, and encourage them to do the same for you. The more love that you can give, the more love you're going to receive during this full moon. And since emotions are kind of at their height anyway, it's going to feel natural to do this. So allow it to happen. Allow yourself to receive that love. It's just going to feel. It's going to be like a battery recharge for you. It's going to be. This is going to be really, really important and useful. All right, Pisces. I hope you all can hear that toilet flushing. Pisces card for you is Krishna. This is the Son of Wands, similar to what we had coming up, the Son of Cups. Now, Pisces, you get to be in that state of, this is the easiest way to describe this. You're going to be in that state of playboy. Go have fun, go on the dates you want to go on, allow yourself to have a blast and a lot of like crazy party time. During the course of this full moon. Nobody else gets to do that but you. So now's your chance. All right, everybody. I hope this is helpful. If it is, don't forget to hit subscribe so we can keep track of each other, and hit that thumbs up button if you do find it's helpful. So not only does it let me know it is, but it gets it in front of other people. If you have somebody who else can benefit from this message, don't forget to share it out with them. I always appreciate that. And if you aren't already catching on Monday through Friday the readings that I do for coming out forecast. Make sure you check those out. You can find that